Hey guys, welcome back to part 6 of my Final Fantasy IV Let's Play walkthrough. For some reason it seems my title card disappeared, so we're gonna have to just start from here. As you guys can see, we just saw Damsian Castle and now we're gonna move west and south, that way we don't have to go through the underground walkthrough on our way back to Kaipo. And let's get off our hovercraft and into Kaipo we go. If you guys remember, last time we just collected the sand pearl from the antlion's den. Now the sand pearl is the only thing that can cure this disease called desert fever. I don't know how a pearl is supposed to cure desert fever, but hey, here we go. Speak to Rosa and then just scroll down through your inventory and you'll find the sand pearl. Select it and there we go. Rosa is on the light of the sand pearl and she wakes up. Okay. I've said this before, but how did Rosa get to Kaipo before us? Because remember, we went through the mist cave and had to endure an earthquake to get here, but Rosa somehow got here. I don't know how she done it, but hey, I guess the space-time continuum was on holiday. Right, Mount Hobs. Okay, so now the game is giving us an information about where we gotta go next. It's interesting though that Redia is a black mage and a summoner at the same time, because in later games in the series, if we talk about Garnet from Final Fantasy IX or Yuna from Final Fantasy X, they were white mages and summoners. But now Rosa has joined our party as well, so now we finally have a dedicated healer rather than Redia, whose heals aren't really that good, and Tella, whose bad MP held him back. But now we are treated to a bit of a scene with Edward alone. You guys just gotta sit through it. I actually find this scene to be quite nice. It's a nice it's a good character arc for Edward. But I don't want to spoil it. Well, spoiler's spoiling it. It's gonna happen in another 15 minutes. So he's just here strumming his harp, talking about his lost love, and whoa! Okay, basically, guys, all you gotta do is really just keep the auto battle on and let Edward attack. There's nothing else for you to do here. Just keep attacking it and soon it'll be over. Interspersed with some nice scenes of Anna, and that's it. He gets 800 experience for himself, that's the only thing. I know the scene is a little bit on the cheesy side, it's a bit sentimental and stuff, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's great for Edward's character arc. Like, you know, we know what he's all about, but enough about that. Let's have a look at Rosa, why don't we? So head on over to this. But first, before we do anything, swap the order and then just move all your mages to the back row. Edward as well, even though he's not a mage. And that's good because these guys can't really take a beating, but Cecil can. While we're at it, let's have a look at Rosa. Immediately from her stats, you can see that while she's marginally more intelligent than the other guys, that intellect is a bit lower than Redia's, but the main draw is her spirit. That's because white magic is drawn off of the spirit stat. That's why her spirit is high, so she'll heal a lot more HP with her magic skills like Cura and all of that. She's equipped with an iron arrows and a bow, and there we've got her abilities: white magic, pray, and aim. Aim is basically one way to make sure that you don't have the penalty from being in the back row. And white magic, obviously. Pray is pretty useless, honestly. It is basically a small heal for no MP cost, but I find it fails a lot, so I'm not going to be using that ability much, trust me. Well, there's nothing left for us to do here in Kaipo, so let's just head south out of it. And let's jump in the hovercraft. Now the idea is to go all the way back to where the antlion's den was, and then take the shallows up there. That'll take us to Mount Hobs, which, if you were paying attention during the story scene, is our next destination. Apparently, Golbez, whoever this guy Golbez is, he's targeting the crystals that each kingdom seems to hold. He took the water crystal from Mysidia, the wind crystal from, what's that place, Damsian, and now the fire crystal from Fabul. Now we head on straight up here into Mount Hobs, and we see that our way is blocked from ice. This will also happen if you try and enter Mount Hobs before the story takes you to there. But now Redia doesn't want to cast fire, obviously. If you guys remember that her village was destroyed by fire, so I guess it's this form of PTSD. Did I say that right? PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Yep, I got it right. This is also a very, very important piece of Radia's character arc, as you guys can see. Like, she has to overcome her fears. Like they always say, the only way to learn how to swim is to jump in the water. That's pretty much what happens here. So Radia finds the strength and she casts the fire spell and melts the ice, allowing us to move through here. And she also learns fire, so now we can use fire in battle. This is going to come in handy, you guys will see soon enough, because there are a lot of enemies up here that are weak to fire. So that'll be great that Radia can finally cast the spell. For now though, let's explore Mount Hobs. And here we got back attacked. Shit. Right, so now the first option that anybody gets first is you have to swap Rose. Next, now then Rosa died, so we're going to have to use a Phoenix down to bring her back because she's a bit low level, so we want to make sure that she gets as much experience as possible. So we're going to have Radia use the Ice Rod. Doesn't really do that much damage, unfortunately. Edward's attack will do good, but it'll confuse the enemies, so we don't have to worry about that particular enemy. I'm going to throw a potion at Rosa so that she stays a bit healthy. And Radia's Ice Rod is again not doing that much damage, but I don't know if we should be using magic to take these guys out. Now I'm going to have Rosa aim. Now flying foes are weak to arrows. You saw how much damage that did. So because of her arrows, it does a lot of damage to these guys. So Rosa is actually a pretty competent physical attacker, even though that's not her main role. It's what we're going to have her do right now because she's doing a lot more damage than Radia and Edward. Edward, just have him keep attacking because confusion will buy you a couple of turns as well as let the enemies damage themselves. But there's nothing there, so we have to go straight north and nothing there either. So we're going to keep going north. Again, these enemies are really the toughest that we've encountered so far. I think now that we have got a dedicated white mage, it's very difficult because now we can actually heal. So the game has finally started throwing challenges at us. So I'm going to go ahead and have Radia use Chocobo. That's the most damaging attack she has, and it probably will get us out of these guys because they are tough. But the cockatrice they'll use Beacon themselves, which causes Petrify. They are also vulnerable to it for some reason. So let's go up the left doorway first and head all the way down. You see there's a save point there. But first we got to fight 3 cockatrices. Note that these guys can drop the cockatrice item, which is a very rare drop, which gives Radia a new summon technique. It doesn't really have that much of a use. It's not going to make or break your game. So I wouldn't recommend farming for it. But if you pick it up while you're at it, I mean, that's great. But again, I don't see the point of grinding for it. She'll learn more powerful summons as the story progresses. For now though, Chocobo is more than enough to get us through these mobs. Let's go ahead and save because as we've noticed, the guys around here, they're nasty. So we want to make sure that we don't have any hiccups here. I don't want to be doing through all of this again. Mostly because I hate replaying story, guys. I mean, I've seen it once, why'd I gotta see it again? And also there's a lot of chests here to the southeast, so let's go and have a look at them. Tent, always useful, always need tents. Potions, they're really dropping in usefulness, but it helps now and again. Now this is what I was talking about. These skeletons don't take much damage from Cecil. So it's pointless to have him attack them because they're dark elemental and Cecil is using dark elemental stuff. So just have Radia cast fire on them and that should really take care of them. Rosa can join in the fun. You can either cast Cure on these guys to help take them out, or otherwise you can have her aim. Personally, I'm going to cast Cure, but yeah, Rosa needs more. Rosa needs a lot more experience because she is suffering here. One little tap from these guys is knocking her down to about 50% HP. I've already used fire this time, so it's not really going to be necessary to take out the skeleton. So I'm just going to continue with the Ice Rod. As you can see, he's almost done. Okay, Rosa, let's try a Pray. Let's try a Pray. Don't think it's going to be worth it. Oh well, we don't get a chance to use it, but she learns Raise. Raise is basically the Phoenix Down item. So unlike Raise though, we have an infinite time to use it, so we don't have to worry about running out of Phoenix Downs. Just keep attacking here. These guys don't do much. Cecil can hurt these guys, so it's alright to forego using Radia's fire. Rosa, let's try a Pray. Let's see if it works. I just noticed that there you go, it fails a lot. I don't know what the chances are, but I don't know, with me, either I'm just not very faithful or something like that, but Rosa's Pray doesn't work for me, guys. I know a lot of people will have more luck with it, and in the DS version, it was probably the most broken ability in the game, but here it kind of sucks. So now just make sure you're fully healed up before you continue on in this area. We've got a nasty boss fight coming up, but first hit this chest over here for some holy arrows. If you want to, you can equip them here. They do a lot more damage to the undead. And there's a new guy. Fabul's Monks. Great. Even with these 2D sprites, that looks cool. Okay, this part of the game is automated, so Young's just going to kick and take care of these guys. Pretty simple. So we can tell he's a badass already. That looked cool. And here's a bomb. And we're going to run in to join him. Okay, so now this boss battle is not that difficult, but at the same time, turn your auto battle off. Edward, just have him attack. Cecil's going to attack as well. The Mum Bomb is slightly weak to darkness. Rydia uses the Chocobo, and Rosa is on support for white magic. Have Young focus. That'll be the best thing to do. Because what focus does is basically it doubles his attack for a slightly longer charge time, but it'll do a lot more damage, so it'll help with the DPS, so it really makes sense to use it. At the moment, this guy's not really attacking us, so we don't need Rosa to heal. Rydia summons Chocobo, Cecil attacks. All the same though, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if you guys keep the healing up. As you can see, this Mum Bomb can do a bit of a whamming. 40 HP at this stage is quite nasty. There we go. Okay, so Eddie's alright. Have him potions. Yeah, use potions with Edward if you want, just to help Rosa with the healing, in case. Because we're going to have a big attack that we're going to have to eat later. So make sure that you guys keep your health high. It's very important. Okay, here we go. Now the Mum Bomb transforms. Soon we're going to get a message. You'll see it soon enough. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then start defending. The Mum Bomb's not going to attack you yet. What will happen is it's going to explode, which is really going to put the whammy on us. So we want to make sure that we don't take as much damage. We want to take as little of it as we can, because there's no way out of this but to eat it. So just have everyone defend, and here's massive explosion, and you'll see we now have 3 bombs and 3 gray bombs. As you can see, that was nasty, guys. Have Cecil attack while Rosa and Edward concentrate on giving us more HP. I attacked by accident, because really a cure like that is not going to help much. Have Young kick while Rydia summons... well, a group cast Blizzard will work just fine. Or even a single target Blizzard. The grey bombs are the ones to watch, because they've got a lot more HP. What? 1? Okay, so clearly I'm not a very good guide, because I didn't know what was happening. So just salve here to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Because he's sending a potion down 5 ways, it's not going to be that much. Still, it should be enough to keep us on our feet. Like, we should be able to stay on top of the damage, so long as Rosa is healing every turn. Rydia, we're going to go with Chocobo now, because clearly Blizzard isn't going to cut it. There we go. Salve again. And Rosa's cure should be enough as well. Like I say, Young, as you can see, he's taken a lot of damage, and so has Cecil. So we need to keep our HP up. This is the first really challenging boss battle. I think this is the first one there's a possibility that you can lose. So again, just stay on top of things, stay on top of the damage, make sure you heal when necessary, and you should be enough. And we are now given a new party character. Some customary blah blah blah. He's not going to join us just immediately. Okay. Again, a little more obvious storytelling happening here. Okay, the usual. Okay, that's giving us our next destination. So we need to exit the mountain and continue east. And we also have a new party member, Young. Let's have a look at him there, why don't we? So you can see he's level 10, so he is the lowest of we have, but he's not that far behind Rosa. Okay, for stats, you can see that strength and stamina is really high compared to the rest of our characters. Although this guy is not smart at all. Intelligence rating of 2, I mean, come on. Come on, that's like a GPA of 1. I mean, shit. That's nasty, guys. And he's not very faithful either. Okay, for equipment, he's got a flame claws, which explains why we weren't doing that much damage to the bombs. And he's got 3 abilities: focus, kick, and brace. Brace is basically increase your own defense with the same effect as protect. However, it's only for you. Kick is attacks all enemies, and focus, as we've seen, focus actually just, it takes a bit of a longer charge time, but it does double damage, so it's quite good. Yeah, it's quite good. So Yang's pretty good as well, and he equips claws and flames and stuff. That's easy enough. Right, so now we just exit here. This path is very simple. There's no real tricks or twists and turns or secret hideouts or nothing like that. So you can just follow the path straight down, out. There's nothing on the left there either. Straight down, and we're back on the world map. And we can always use the tent if anyone is a bit low on HP or MP. Make sure your mages are fully stocked, because we're going to have to be attacking a lot more with magic now. And we're going to be needing heals. So tents are going to be invaluable at this point. Continue to the east through these forests, and to the north. Just follow the world map, guys. It's really not that complicated. And here we have more cockatrices. Again, keep an eye out in case they drop their item, cockatrice, to get ready a new summon, which is basically an instant death move, which is good. We like those, especially in this part of the game. Nice. She's getting stronger. She's clearly the most damaging party member we have right now, but I got excited for a second and thought it was the cockatrice, but no, just a gold needle. It'll come in handy because the cockatrice's beak attack actually causes petrify, and gold needles is needed to mitigate that. Oh shit, shouldn't have attacked that one. That's the problem when you auto battle through it. You have no real control over who attacks what. So where Rydia could have taken out an already full health one, she took out the weakened one, which Rosa could have done. The good thing is they seem to give quite a bit of EXP, even though we have 5 party members. They give a lot of experience, so you should see your levels rising quite quickly. The only thing to really watch for is that your mage is MP. That's the only thing to watch for. Watch these Gatling hogs. What they do is they will counter every attack with a very nasty counter attack called needles. Now, because of these counters, you need to make your hits against these guys count. So, well, Edward confused that one, so it's not a problem. But 30 damage for a counter attack that's going to do upwards of 100 HP is not worth it, guys. So stick to letting Rydia or Cecil take out these guys. Because they're going to do a lot of damage to these guys, so make sure that they're the only ones touching it, because you don't want to be trading 30 HP for 100. It doesn't seem fair. Any business investor will tell you the same thing, guys. And there we go. Okay, just keep moving south, and then when you come here, take a right turn. Let's move east, southeast. Just basically follow it. And here we have another forest. And there's the Castle of Fireball. However, before we enter that, we actually want to go a little bit further to the east. Well, oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun battle. Counterattacks everywhere. Oh crap! And Rydia does not have MP. Rydia does not have MP, guys. I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary prayer out here. Just because Rosa's got quite a bit of MP, but let's preserve that. I don't know how long this is going to take. So let the other guys attack the Domovois while Rydia sticks to trying to get down the Needle Hogs. But now Rydia can't be doing the Needle Hogs because she's got no MP. You see what I mean, guys? You see what I mean? You do not want to be eating too many needles. But their basic attack isn't so bad. It's needles that hurt. Shit. Okay, so let her Ice Rod the Domovois. Edward self. Rosa can heal if need be. But I'm gonna try a prayer. I'm gonna try. I'm hoping this works. I'm doing this for you guys. That way you can see that you should not be relying on prayer when you're in a pickle. This time it actually bloody worked. I'm going to use focus with on top of his damage. Oh, come on, guys. One step. Bombs. Crap. Okay, so it works on the red ones. Let's just keep salving. Like those cockatrices and those Gatling hogs, bombs can really put the whammy on you if you're not careful. So just make sure you stay on top of their damage. and try and take them out as quickly as possible. If I had Chocobo, this would help. But I don't, so oh well. Prey's actually working out, guys. This is surprising. But like you guys can see, it's really not that much of a big deal with regards to the damage. It's not that much. And Young's obviously not doing much damage because he's wearing the flame claws. So these guys are bombs. Obviously fire elemental. Okay, he attacked himself for quite a bit of damage. So that's great. Just head straight north here, and if these guys will let us, we can actually get into that Chocobo forest. Oh, they don't counter the ice rod. That's good to know. Right, so already I can do something. There you guys see, when Edward is in critical health, he'll automatically hide, which makes him unable to be targeted. I wonder the Gatling Hogs, do they resist fire? Because Young's doing very little damage to them. Ugh, these guys. Guys, these battles are not easy. Not easy at all. But again, the HP, the gain is quite good. The experience gain, that is. Like, I mean, look how fast we're leveling up. Okay, head into this Chocobo forest immediately. Let's search through the grass first before we do anything. Is there Kisar greens in here? I don't seem to find one. Oh, there we go. There it is. Now speak to the white Chocobo if you can catch him. But first, let's have Rosa heal everybody to full HP. Use her new shiny Cura spell. It takes a lot more MP, but it works well. It's going to raise a lot more HP than Cure will, obviously. Then if you speak to this white Chocobo, as soon as I get my hands on him, he restores MP to full for all characters. I am not walking through and fighting a lot more there, so let's just grab a yellow Chocobo and have him run all the way to Farbull for us, and let's get out of there. Okay, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. So when we come back next time, we're going to handle Farbull Castle. And as always, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to join me next time for part 7. And that's all I got for you today. So, bye.